Hello everybody. So today's mission is at least a lumber run before I have to go get Riley. So I've put together a list on a paper plate left over from getting pizza the other day with Chris, and this lumber run is blocking for this area. It is top boards for all the ends of these where the strapping is going to come over, and then it needs something to nail to at the edge of the walls here and such, and then like corner boards that need an extra backer on the far corner. We've talked about those. So there's a whole list on everything I should need here, plus some extra lumber for building out the door frame for the basement door to the bulkhead, because I got to rebuild that. Excuse me. So we're going to do that. Also, I wanted to let you know, I've had a handful of people ask me about a mailing address as far as mailing a letter or whatever. So this is out my YouTube channel. It's going across the globe. Naturally, you don't want to put out your address. So I did go get a P.O. box. So I will put the P.O. box address in the description down below. And if you guys feel like sending something, go for it. Basically, what I would be excited to get would be car decals, emblems, hot rod stickers, like hot rod stickers that would have came with like hot rod parts or from old hot rod shops, stuff like that. Stuff that like I'll be decorating stuff in the garage with later on, because I do really appreciate and get great joy out of classic hot rod decals and stuff like that. So if you got stuff like that, stickers from like speed shops or anything, you know, car related, hot rod related, maybe old car emblems from like cool cars and stuff like that, where they had like the scripted badges or the emblems where it says like old dealerships or anything like that. If you send anything, if it's got any meaning to you, send a note and explain to me what the meaning is. Is it a emblem from a dealership that your father used to work at, or yourself, or something like that? Feel free. I appreciate all that type of stuff. The other thing is I'm going to have some interior walls for closets that won't be insulated. So I was thinking I wouldn't mind putting random stuff inside of those walls, as far as small stuff, newspaper articles, magazine ads, stuff like that, for random stuff. The house was built in 55. So if it's stuff related to around 55, like cool random kitchen gadgets or stuff like that, or whatever. And maybe I'll even, if you guys send notes or whatever, maybe I'll print off copies of some of the notes that ain't super personal. Or maybe even the ones that are personal. You tell me. If you send a note, just say you don't want it in the wall. But maybe I'll print off copies and put those inside the wall, and then who knows, 100 years from now, next owner ends up taking down a wall to move something around or whatever, or something breaks the wall and they have to open it up. They find a bunch of cool notes and learn a little bit about the journey of the house. I'm going to try and pinch off a bunch of pictures of the house when I got it, timelines and stuff like that, and put some of those in some of the walls, and pick areas maybe inside the walls into the basement basement staircase here, because that would probably be the most likely to get damaged and somebody have to fix it first, something like that. But either way, I think it would be cool to leave a little evidence of the journey that this house took, from it being absolutely trash, being brought back to life, the care, the journey, and who knows? I mean, I don't know how long YouTube will hold content and stuff like this, but maybe after I'm gone, somehow there's some sort of YouTube video library that's going on, and somebody can see that, see some of the notes, and go back and watch the rebuild of the place. You never know. Who knows where the future is going? But anyway, we'll maybe I'll print off some videos in DVD format. What format do I put them in if I'm going to put some sort of video in the wall? Can't use VHS because you can barely find those now. Anyway, so yeah, so like, anyway, I will put the the address for the P.O. box down in the description of this video and the rest of the videos from here forward, hopefully. And if you guys want to send something great, encouraging letters, cool little stuff. And remember, this was a hoarder house. I do not want it to be a hoarder house. Don't send me rocking horses. No rocking horses. Or creepy dolls. I have Claire, that is enough. She is a regular here. I don't need 500 dolls or 5,000 rocking horses on the property again, because that's probably how many there were here. So anyway, appreciate all you guys. But let's get on this journey for our lumber run, and hopefully that goes smooth. And then I have to go get Riley, and then I'm going to dinner with Chris. So the rest of this video will be taken up tomorrow when I get back to work on the house. So actually, there'll probably be a check-in when I get back from Home Depot. Hang on just 1 second. I'll be right back. So here we are, inside the racking system at Home Depot, going through some water. And I'm in here sifting through, and if you look, you can see, you know, we're touching on this end, wide gap in the middle. If you look down this one right here, and then this one here, you can see this is off this end because how bowed that is. But then, look at the hook on the end of these things. This is one of my biggest gripes. See that last, say 4 inches? They all hook. So one side will stick out, one side curves in, and that's almost every one of these boards. I just need 8. There's like 30 here that haven't been sifted through yet. Probably not gonna find it. I tell you, these lumber places, they gotta step it up. And this is the higher grade stuff. Like, yeah, this is that Burl brand. Oh, they're trash, man. Yeah. This guy was awesome. He's pulling me down a whole fresh pallet of 2x6s. Well, I'm back with what I intended to get. Thankfully, that Home Depot employee was awesome enough to pull down the other bundle, because there was probably 15 boards down, and that's pretty much what I needed, but they were all sifted through. So he was pretty awesome and brought down a whole lift for me. So that was awesome. I appreciate that a lot, whatever your name was. But yeah, so this place here, Brill from Stimson Lumber. You guys, along with everybody else out there, you gotta step up your game on some better lumber, because that's the higher grade stuff at Home Depot, and it's still trash. Like, unbelievable trash. 3/4 of a lift of 2x4s is subpar to mine and most builders' standards. But anyway, I'm gonna get this unloaded and in the house, and then I gotta go pick up Riley. The day will get better. All right, so we're gonna get on to doing some of that framing inside, some of that final wrap up in there. I was just out here running Riley for a minute. There's Riley, just hanging out with his ball, his big horse ball that he plays with. But in case of you guys, any of you guys remember all those huge rocks I uncovered? They're in there. Mother Nature already took back over. But the other area where we leveled up, it's growing in pretty well. Yeah, so that's where that huge mound of rocks is. That's fully overgrown and in. That's the whole area where we leveled, where that was the huge brush pile and all the dirt. We found the rock in there, and all the lows and highs, and we shaved all that, and that's coming out pretty nice. So it's a little check-in on the yard. Riley getting his roll on. Oh, Mr. Riley. Riley, you looking for a belly rub? You looking for a belly rub? Oh, it's a belly rub. Oh, he's a good pup. Oh, he's a good pup. He's a good pup. All right. Well, let's get in and get some framing done. All right. So we ended up taking Riley for a 2.5-mile walk, and took him and Timmer, and took him swimming and all that stuff. So now we're finally getting to work, and it's already late at night. But I started figuring out where I was going to start, And then I stepped into the bathroom, and one of the last walls I built was the divider wall here for the shower. Now, this is the wall here. So, we talked about how I wanted to have the plumbing in this wall. So I didn't want it in this wall, because if it's in this wall and you have a problem with it later on, you're literally ripping apart part of the wall in basically the living room area. I figured I'd rather have to tear it apart from in the closet here and work on it here. So this is the wall that'll have the spout and the mixing valve and the shower head. Do you see a problem? I see a problem. The mixing valve has to go here. The spout for the tub has to go here. The shower head's going to come out right here. That's dead center in the middle of that bay. I should have framed it with 2 studs further out, so that bay is wide open. So you can put your shower valve, set your depth, put a backer board, same thing with the shower head and the spout on the bottom. So, messed up again. But again, not a contractor, I'm a mechanic. And I'm glad I figured it out myself. Like I just happened to come in and just fresh attitude, I'm looking, and I was looking at this one, and I'm like, okay, I need a corner board for right here, and I need a corner board for right here for the sheetrock that'll go here to have something to nail to or screw to right here. And then the same, I need a piece right here for this piece of sheetrock to go against here. So I was looking at this, and then that's when I was like, wait a minute. So I did mess up, but the good thing is I caught it myself, and it wasn't the building inspector yelling at me or the plumber yelling at me. So we'll get that fixed right now, and we'll get to it. All right, so with that little bit of work, we're calling it a night. All the corner blocking and all that stuff is all in, I believe. I can't find anything else. Next thing is I got to add all the upper pieces here and block this ceiling. So the top of all the walls that have ceiling joists going this way, the strapping needs somewhere to come over and land. So yeah, so just like this board here is running this way, I need to have another one alongside this that's overhanging. Hang around. There we go. Yeah, so the strapping is going to go on this and come all the way over, and it needs something to nail to here. So I'm going to put a 2x6 on the flat coming out, so that'll give me like an inch to nail on the side here, and that'll overhang that side and that side there. Pretty much the same as what I did in some of these. Like this is the 2x4 for the wall for here, so the sheetrock will land on this, and the sheetrock that's going to run along the outside wall needs something there to nail to. So that's a 2x6 on the back side, giving you a nailing flange on both sides. So, and then this is a 6-inch wall, so I got some 2x8s, I think. That'll go across the top of this, and same thing, overhang. So I'll do longer, I'll take this out, that was temporary, and I'll do a long one across, a long one back this way, and that'll do that whole area. And then I have to do the same thing everywhere else that the strapping needs some way to land. So I'm gonna have to do a piece up on top of this one, which will tie all this in, and then I gotta do the blocking in here. And then if you look, this wall ceiling joist landed right here, so that's perfect. The strapping will come over and land right on that. But then on the other side, we got nothing here, so I gotta overhang another piece here, and so on. I think there's a bunch over here I'm gonna need. Yeah, see, this one here lines up nice, so that can land with the strapping. But then inside the laundry closet here, I gotta add another one all the way down there, and so on. Same thing here. This, I got this ceiling joist and nothing here, so I need to do another one on both sides of this. So that'll be the next stage. So we did all the corner blocking today. Tomorrow we'll work on all that top blocking, and hopefully do that tomorrow, and the blocking along the ceiling joists here across there. So if I can somehow get my butt in gear at a reasonable hour tomorrow, Riley not being fussy and me not being not driven as I am, which is, I talked about it before, it's amazing. I can't even fathom this is happening to me. But anyway, if Riley's patient tomorrow and I'm driven, hopefully we can wrap up the last of this framing up here, and then we got the basement door to do. So anyway, this will probably be the end of this video, and I'll start another one tomorrow, most likely, just so I can get you guys something. It's been a little while. So anyway, thanks again for stopping in, and I'll put in the description, as I mentioned at the beginning, I did get a P.O. box because I had a handful of people asking me for an address to send mail or something. So I'll throw that in there, and in the description I'll put that address for the P.O. box. And yeah, thanks again for stopping in. Wish me a better day tomorrow.